I just started the recording because for all this stuff. So
Love
we can
it.
start doing like little cold opens.
Wow. Okay. You know what I was actually going to do? Grab Nick's Xbox headphones because I wanted to look like.
Wait, dude, I thought that's what we were doing right now.
I like it. What's he looking for? He's probably looking for Harper's. Oh, Xbox.
Oh, just the controller. He doesn't get it.
He found it on the floor.
Yeah, my kids play with it now.
Paige, what are you playing? Like, what's like when you're?
I don't play it. Nick plays like Ark something. It's like a new game that him and his buddies.
Dude, I knew I liked Nick.
What?
I knew I liked Nick.
Ark something, I think.
It's Ark Raiders, yeah.
Yeah.
Ark Raiders, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
my brother's just trying to get me to play.
Yep. So he finally caved.
Welcome to the first podcast, everybody. Come on in.
This is way more our speed.
Yeah, this works, dude. This is like us in our natural flow.
Right.
I think if there's one thing I want to get out in this episode right now, it's that we're looking for a replacement for Jesse's like roommate spot in our desk right now.
I don't think so. Replacement.
No,
for
I
you guys.
definitely
Yes,
am.
no,
Now that
you
you
guys
moved
do
to
it.
Edina, no, I'm gonna like put like a help wanted ad out.
I thought you were going to try to find me a roommate in Edina. I was like, as long as it takes for we can take our time on that one because I got this.
No. I'll find you
office right now, but
I'll find you somebody immediately. Actually, that's how it'll go. Like I'll be looking for my person, and they'll be like, "Nah, Edina's closer."
And if we don't think it's a good fit in our office, we'll just put him in yours.
Yeah.
Jesse's like, wait, what just happened?
Sorry, we're not ganging up on you by any means. Actually,
doesn't seem like it. No.
It's just like if they don't like Arby's for lunch, really good chance Edina is just a better fit for them. To be honest,
that's real.
Really, the only criteria.
Well, I mean, we're closer to a brewery out here. Like, I'm actually just like really excited to get over to Wooden Ship more frequently too.
Wait, get to what?
Wooden Ship, the brewery that you came over to, Wyatt. That you got to meet. Was it Wooden Ship? Or what was it called? And
no, it's not that.
But,
Wood Hills.
Yeah. Wooden Hill. That's right.
There we go.
Close enough.
Sweet. Yep.
So that's if there's one thing I want to get it out that we're looking for somebody to fill the spot. There's 2 open desks there, so
not sure if we want to fill both. I mean,
yeah, to be honest, one is cool. If we get a really cool person for the second spot, sick. The chair stays forever, untouchable. So
the observer chair, as we call it.
Yeah, you know. If you know, you know.
This is the first episode. We can go either way. Do we want to go? I thought it was kind of cool that Paige had an electrical walkthrough earlier today, so we can touch on that. Or if we want to talk about like what, since Paige, you weren't here for the second episode that we shot. If you want to talk about like what you want out of this, we can put that in, and we can clip it in or clip it out if we want. Up to you.
So electrical walkthrough, I'll start with that. I was out there in Wisconsin. It just kind of reiterated like on the way out there, I always prep a little bit and like how I can bring value to the client. Because it's like a lot of times people think that they don't need an agent for new construction. So trying to come to the appointment with, okay, what are the things that I can add, like the outlets above up higher on the TV so the cords aren't hanging down. Those aren't always something that's going to be there automatically. An outlet up high for the gas line in the garage, that was something that's not going to be there, and the builder wouldn't know if they necessarily plan to heat it on their own. And something that's super hard to do after the fact because they'll spray foam the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So getting there after with the gas line and outlet and things like that. So just little things like that and being there to advocate for clients and things that they might not think of because the decision fatigue comes into play.
Absolutely. So for that case, this is someone who's purchasing new construction.
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. What's do they add on? Is it an additional cost if you want additional electrical lines installed, or do they kind of be like, you're going to get a budget here, and we'll just kind of include it?
Right. Kind of depends on this one. It will be an extra cost. I can't remember honestly what it was. It's not anything crazy. They also did one on the exterior, opposite side of the front door, for when he like plugs in boat, trailer, camper, things like that. He's got on that side. So if he wants to charge the batteries or whatever. So that will be an extra cost, but you'll get like an allotted amount of outlets in a room. So if you want them somewhere specific, then you're there to make note of that then.
That's pretty fun. Is this would you call this new construction company a more out of the box construction company, or would you say that they are more fully custom?
Fully custom for the most part. They've been really good as far as not, here's A, B, and C, pick one. We kind of caught them early in the stages of picking colors and things, so they got to decide exterior, garage color, lights, anything.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you feel like you see more of that in Wisconsin too? Like, I feel like the Twin Cities Metro in Minnesota is just like hammered with like production builders until you hit like what I would say for many, many buyers becomes an unachievable price point.
Yeah, I feel like I have seen it. That's the second one I've done this year already, even for new construction. And they've had a lot of options to customize, down to the backsplash. One of my clients had the backsplash that was supposed to go in and did go in, taken out and put a new backsplash in. So, it costs, obviously. You can kind of do anything, but I'm seeing a lot more customization in Wisconsin specifically, I guess this year so far.
Yeah, Wyatt, on that page, is the price point that you're thinking like $800K is kind of like the number that I start at for stuff that gets closer to more fully custom? Is that kind of the price point that you're thinking in Minnesota / Wisconsin? Or
I would say it depends kind of on the area a little bit too. Like,
totally.
Yeah, that's like the other thing. Like the further out you seem to go, like if you're looking northwest, if you want to be Maple Grove, I got bad news. 7 figures is probably on the table. But then if you start to go farther, and I think you can get some more bang for your buck out there. But I just feel like Wisconsin does seem a little bit more builder friendly. Like we just did our trip out there, and the amount of builders we saw that weren't, Lennar, DR Horton, and nothing bad against them. It's just like it's fun to see smaller builders being able to put a product out there at a nice price point.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. And these ones, one of them's in Hammond, Wisconsin. They're going to be coming just under 5. The other one's closer to New Richmond, and they're probably just under 650.
Awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Paige, what's your goal for the podcast or the mission statement that you have with this?
Oh gosh, mission statement. I think just like telling more stories. Like I think those are just like so undervalued or like not told enough. And even when you think you've told the story, like tell it again and again, because there's so many other buyers, sellers that are asking it, like you said, solar panels, or like what was someone else's experience, and just to be relatable and feel like, oh, they're not super, it doesn't have to be perfect and polished, I guess is my thing.
Cool.
I think that's like right in alignment. I think that's
absolutely. Yeah. Wyatt was saying something along the lines of drink your Ovaltine for episode 2. So look forward to that.
Yeah, that was my advice. He was like, any advice for anybody out there? And obviously hit him with a classic.
Right. Wyatt. One-liner.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So I think too, it's fun. It's fun. It's the ability to share authentic, real conversations, really get to know us, and not have something that's like a pre-done shot or a touched-up shot or just like the one line. I'm like, it really a great opportunity to let the personality and the who you are shine through, which is exciting. And I think too, for the three of us, like we have so much fun and excitement bottled up to like even share that with the world. It's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. I want people to see the goofs and gags that we're always getting up to and everything too, especially once we can all crap on Wyatt and Wyatt says something that completely inappropriate. It's
okay. We're going to skip. The third episode is actually going to be like a 30-second episode. It's just the one where I beat Jesse in the race across the Edina office. The whole episode.
I didn't realize that you were a track star for that, by the way. So that was just awesome.
I don't think anyone else did either.
Yeah, don't worry. It was like cool in the moment, and then I cramped all night when I went to bed that night. So that was like a lot less cool. Like I was like, yeah, hell yeah. And then I got home and I was like, I'm old and that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna hit you with a challenge back again, a rematch once I have better shoes on for something like that because I just had some slippery like
That's
dress
fine.
issues.
Do it.
So
I'll do it in the parking lot. We'll do a full thing. We'll do it Fast and
Yeah.
Furious style.
awesome. To get to just like another topic too, what's like what do you guys feel like is going on in like social media in real estate space? Like what do you see out there that you actually like that is valuable out there? I can start because it seems like there's a couple of different lanes that people are going in right now, and I was actually chatting with a friend who's also in the space too. How even YouTube, generally speaking, is going a lot going away from more polished and more graphic centric content, and a lot more to like this kind of stuff where it's like a lot more talky stuff like that. Because I see a lot of value in like really good polished educational content, but I think like stuff like this is like the driver for some of that, and where people can just kind of flip this stuff on and listen to what like listen to actually people like listen to the conversation is like the thing, and then if people want to actually like learn, okay, here is the step 1, step 2, step 3, then put in like the polish and the higher quality stuff because that stuff will remain relevant from here on out. What do you guys think or see in social media? That's mainly the things I'm seeing.
I just feel like right now there's so much pressure from like the business building standpoint, the coaching standpoint, like so people are putting stuff out there trying to like do the act, but it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of like passion or realism to it right now. It feels like it's like let's just plop some shit into AI or ChatGPT or whatever and like put this out, and then it's this huge like same thing where like I feel like I can read the same like 8 trigger words over and over and over and over. So I feel like having like really authentic copy right now is huge. I think just like I think video is going to have a gigantic resurgence. And I think it's okay to entertain. Like that's like, I'm not saying everything has to be like wildly educational or whatever, but it's just like, I feel like I see like 100 posts a day where I'm like, it literally feels like that was just like the same exact thing I read 5 times told again. So I think that's what I want to see more of right now is like the authentic, real, like, who are you? What do you actually do? What do you actually like? A lot more of that stuff right now.
Yeah. And I think, a lot of people right now, it's like trying to find their lane as far as like being the content creator and like being the real estate agent and trying to find like what's comfortable for both themselves and the consumer. And so I just think that like putting ourselves out there, it's just like part of the business and is what it is. And I think being able to be relatable and tell other people's stories within reason as far as, confidentiality and things like that goes. But I think just being able to is what it is. And I think I really want to hone in on storytelling, I guess is what I'm saying. And, it's like I just went to a closing a month ago where the closing company gave them $1,000, because I feel like some people are reading these stories or static posts that are being created on ChatGPT or whatever. And they're like, oh, well, I doubt it. What's the catch? Like, oh, they got money back at closing. So it's like, yeah, it's not all the time and it's not anything that's promised or anything like that, but it's real and it's happening. And there's people beside you and in the market that are getting a good deal or you taking advantage of grants or, that otherwise feel like I'm probably not eligible for that or, I doubt it. Again, what's the catch? So I just feel like storytelling and being able to tell somebody else's story and what they actually experienced is such a real thing and attractive and relatable to the consumers.
I think that's a great point because especially since we're talking about like static posts and all that. I mean, you guys have seen like a bunch of that I wanted to do with social media, but to try to pump out some of that high production value stuff consistently, which one I mostly do it because it's fun for stuff like that because I think they are just kind of cool. I watched a lot of infomercials as a kid, like the Magic Bullets infomercial just lived rent free in my head, stuff like that. And I think those sorts of productions are cool, but it gets to a point where like I can't personally keep up that level of production all the time. So whenever there's a listing comes through, those are the times to like make hay and go ahead and do the fun like listing videos and all that stuff. And I don't know. I'm sure we're still going to evolve on like how to present and market properties, especially our clients' properties, which is like the other aspect of this stuff too. Because like we talk about social media, like even for ourselves, where it's a lot of it is pushing personal brand in that, but there's also the aspect of like actually trying to help our clients with social media, and so like trying to figure out how to one gain clients with social media, which is like such a big thing in real estate, but also like how to effectively use the platform to actually get our buyers into different homes or get our sellers different buyers to attract and all that stuff too. And I don't, it's like a real estate agent's social media platform, I think, is way more complex than I think we actually give it credit for
sure.
How challenging it is. Because I don't know about you guys. I think there's a lot of social media advice out there that is asking a lot of the realtors, and I don't know. I just think we should try to make things like a little bit easier for folks. And I'm curious to see if this is something that's like becomes easier for folks and more manageable.
For sure, absolutely.
Right, I agree. And that's the other thing. It's like I'm guilty of it, of sometimes those static posts or being consistent where it's like we're doing a lot and then it's like you said, it's the expectation and what we're supposed to be or should be doing or how often it just gets to be a lot. And
for sure. And I think that can like take away from some of the authenticity when I'm like, oh, I know I should have posted 4 or 5 times last week. I didn't get to it. And then I'm like just throwing something at the wall just to say I did. And I'm like, oh, that's the worst thing I can be doing, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah. So like a coach that I started working with recently too, his big thing is he's considered like really good with like social media, video marketing and all that. And I chatted with him, and his thing is like he thinks it's funny that that's the reputation that he has, but his whole thing is just trying to post videos every single day. Of literally whatever, and really trying to like downgrade almost the quality of it in order to upgrade the authenticity. Like yesterday, it was the coolest thing. It was the coolest thing I had seen all day was just how much my cat loves head pads, and I'm just posting that crap at this point too. Because I think it's important just to do the conversation with all this stuff too. So.
Well, and that's the other thing is like the being real and raw. I think a lot of times that we've even found, well, this is how I feel, where I like find myself not posting something because I don't want my clients to see that I'm like at the state fair with my family or on vacation, where I'm like, okay, we need to be more like we also have kids and lives and things like that as far as what the boundaries are and our schedules and just what's expected of us, because sometimes I feel like it is just hey, we want to see a house in 5 minutes. You're available, right?
Yep.
How do you guys feel about like 2 different profiles, like the personal versus professional? Because I struggle with that constantly. Like, there's something to, I would want folks who like refer me to like show my professional profile, I guess. Which, maybe that has like tips, be like, okay, like go to this XYZ YouTube video or whatever, to where he just kind of like lays it out. Because I appreciate the process and like the actual tips there, but then on the other side is connecting with people too. Do you guys like, is a second profile the answer for stuff like that? Like, what are your guys' thoughts?
I don't think so, because I think a lot of your people want to work with you because they know you, they like you. Like it's a Glenda Baker thing. Like she said it, like they want to show up and feel like they know you and they've been a part of your life and your journey so far. And like that's how you're going to show up for them too. So I think it's just finding a way to like make the 2 things balance well.
Yeah, and I'm on the same page. I did in the beginning have a business page and was like just posting on there, but at the end of the day, I have my like if someone's like, hey, can you send me testimonials or something, I typically lean on my Google business page. But also at the end of the day, they're probably just going to search your name and find your personal stuff anyway. So anything I put out there, it's like, I've kind of gotten to the point too where, I sometimes bring the kids on my showings and, just like life happens. And so a lot of times, again, like Wyatt said, they feel like they know me. Sometimes my kids will be with it. Just is what it is. And I'm, it's kind of to the point where some people, if they don't feel like we're a good fit, I totally understand. We can't win everyone.
For sure. Cool. I love it. This is fun. Let's go ahead and do the rose, thorn, and kind of a takeaway or a spread the word type of deal. Wyatt, do you want to go first? Rose, thorn, takeaway.
Rose, 2150 Crestview, my biggest listing ever. It looks like we're just under contract again, so that's exciting. That one's real exciting. Thorn, as I feel like lately, I've been literally stretched in about 20 different directions with kids, with recruiting, with my own production, with the Wisconsin edition, trying to teach classes. Like, I do feel like I'm getting spread thin in certain areas, which is making my focus a little tough. But it's all good. I mean, it's exciting. It's, pressure is a privilege. So that's very cool too. So I love that. So it's just, just being reminded too that it's cool to have a lot of things burning at the same time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jesse,
We
you
can do
go.
takeaways. Rose, thorn, and takeaway. I would say, right, big rose. My uncle just got done with surgery for he recently he had a brain tumor as well that he got earlier this winter. And it sounds like he came out of surgery, and we're still waiting. He's still kind of in the recovery period, but he's through the surgery, so we're thinking good things that we should be able to be through that. So that's exciting. And then a thorn for me, similar to why it's the balance aspect. Right now, I just want to be as firmly planted in my office as much as possible, and still figuring out a couple little light things. But I've been working on. I have some really good, some good organization stuff that I've been kind of cracking away on. So that's it's a thorn, but it's a good one. So,
Yeah. Growing pain.
growing pain, absolutely.
Okay, rose. My rose would be that Nick has been off work for like over a month, aside from the meetings and trainings, and that's been really fun to have the whole family around. So I've loved that. And then my thorn would be I've got a couple listings that are just kind of hanging around. I've got a condo in St. Paul. I did get an offer on that one, which is good, but could be better kind of thing. And I've got one in White Bear and then one in Shakopee. So just trying to get creative in how I can continue to bring new eyes on it, and the marketing, and get it sold. Get them sold.
Heck yeah. What something sits around for a little bit. What's the magic? What's the magic pill for you?
What?
When something sits around, we've all had listings that have had a couple too many
I've
days.
never had listings that have been sitting around, so this is all so new for me, I feel like.
Sure,
but I
sure.
feel like the pressure is on, because my one client texted and she's like, they have 2 houses right now. They moved into their other one. They're selling this one. So I'm like, I have to get this thing sold. So we put new carpet in. I do paid advertising. I do the reverse prospecting, open houses, some light staging. I guess at the end of the, aside from price and condition, at the end of the day, it's like we can't come down much, if at all, anymore on price. So how can we, improve condition, or just wait for new buyers to enter the market?
For sure.
Yeah. All right, Wyatt, what's your big takeaway, giveaway, something you're focusing on this week? Something audience can think about.
Ooh. Gosh, this week. Okay, actually, big plug is one of the things one of my really big goals for the year is I want to teach more classes.
Sure.
So sometime near the end of the month, I'm going to do a really deep dive on my buyer consult. I did my listing one. I thought that one went really well. I think it's going to be really good for helping agents set expectations, really just onboard the clients in a smooth way, answer a lot of the questions, kind of get ahead of a lot of the process. And I think that will help the agent. Anybody who comes through, hopefully add some sort of value. And just walk through how I approach a lot of situations too.
Are you just stealing my buyer process that I just?
I'm pretty much going to do the same class. Actually, I was taking pictures the whole time, and I'm going to have Megan recreate it.
Damn,
You just
that's
send
fair.
your
Just
power.
kidding. No. To be honest, a lot of it'll come through the consult I've done. One of my favorite classes I've honestly ever been to was Tyler Miller and TK's buyer presentation. So a lot of it is very, very similar to what they teach. Because I do think that they do a great job. Unselfish plug to them. I think that they're 2 of the best teachers that the industry has.
Sure.
Love it. Mine would be what I'm going to focus on. I just had it. Now I'm drawing a blank. Oh, nurturing my sphere more. Like I have so many awesome friends and family that have become clients and referred me so much business that just like doing some smaller touches with them throughout the year, I would really like to focus on that.
All right, Jesse,
Yeah.
what about you?
A big focus right now is time blocking, making sure that I get whatever I can done at a given point in time. This winter was a little bit more sluggish than I was expecting.
Yeah.
And I think right now it is keeping stuff off the plate and as much as we can. So simple as that.
Heck
Love
yeah. Love it. Love it.
Sweet. Cool. Well, call it there.
All right. Goodbye, amigos. Good to see you guys.
This was fun.
This
Yeah,
was
easy
good.
enough, right?
Thanks for anybody who made it this far and tuned in.
Yeah. Awesome.